And I now give the floor to the representative of the Russian Federation.
Thank you, Madam President. We are grateful to Tor Venezuelan for his informative briefing. We carefully listened to Ms. Mai Farstach and Ms. Meredith Rothbard. The stagnation in the Middle East peace protests, coupled with the unresolved nature of its central issue, the Palestinian issue, is creating a constant hotbed of tension in the region. Now the escalation of violence in May is over, the pressing issues are to maintain the ceasefire, to provide humanitarian assistance to Palestinian victims, and to revive the peace process. Given this, a potentially very dangerous unilateral actions are continuing. The expropriation and demolition of Palestinian property, settlement building, arbitrary arrests, violations as well of the status of holy places, holy sites, and violence. We would urge the Israeli authorities to refrain from unilateral steps which would create irreversible realities on the ground. Nonetheless, we do understand the need to take into consideration Israel's natural security concerns. In this regard, we deem it a top priority to attain lasting stability, for parties to refrain from provocative and unilateral actions, and it's important to create conditions to revive the peace process on the broadly recognized international legal basis, including the two-state solution. It's important to point out that similar positions were put forward by world leaders of our states at the UN General Assembly General Debate. It was noteworthy that pretty much all those who mentioned the Middle East settlement process unanimously spoke in favor of a two-state solution to the Palestinian-Israeli conflict and committed to this in the international community. Unfortunately, levels of tension in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip remain high. In this regard, we urge both sides to show restraint and to reject unilateral steps and provocative actions. We think the main immediate challenge is to provide urgent humanitarian assistance to all those in need and victims in the Gaza Strip. There's also a need to step up efforts to provide the Palestinian authorities with assistance in tackling socioeconomic difficulties. Something that is still having a significant impact on this area of life is the coronavirus pandemic. The Palestinians cannot cope with this alone. We pay particular importance to providing comprehensive humanitarian assistance to those in need in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip, and also to Palestinian refugees in neighbouring Arab states. We support the efforts of the relevant international organisations, including UNRWA. We continue to work with the warring or conflict parties as well as with interested international regional players. For example, on the 9th of September, there was a meeting with Mr. Lavrov and the new Israeli Foreign Minister, Mr. Lipid. We believe an important part of solving the situation or solving the crisis is overcoming intra-Palestinian disunity and conducting elections and ensuring that the Palestinian issue is the focus of attention of the new Israeli leadership. We consider it's important to continue to build on international consensus on the fair solution to the Palestinian problem. An important role here is played by the Quartet. The Quartet is the only internationally recognized mechanism to accompany the Palestinian-Israeli settlement process. We attribute great importance to Egypt's efforts to overcome intra-Palestinian disunity. This is a precondition for reviving the peace process. We welcome in particular the recent Palestine-Jordan-Egypt summit in Cairo. We cherish the hope that it will be an important first step to a qualitative improvement to the current deadlocked status quo. Thank you.
I thank the representative of the Russian Federation, and I